pay attention to trade deadline day? Like, do you keep track of what's going on or what people are saying, or do you just kind of ignore it and wait till it's over and see what everyone's saying?
I think it depends on the individual.
Had you ever, when you were even younger, like not even necessarily you being traded, but like just as so interested in the league? Like,
Well, I've been on the trade block.
Yeah.
I'm aware, so it's part of business.
Was it something you paid attention to, or would you just?
No, I was ready to pick up and leave if I was going to be traded, and if not, then appreciative that the team kept me. So.
Are you comfortable if this is the roster going forward for you guys?
I mean, I'd be even more comfortable if this was our complete healthy roster. I think that would be, probably in a lot better feeling if we had, our full complete roster. But I think that our front office, over the years, if you pattern it, they've either made moves or they haven't, and I leave it up to them. And for me, just to go out there as one of the leaders on the team and develop the group as best I can for us to be prepared for what we're going to be facing going forward throughout the season. And the key is making it past trade deadline, and then that's kind of the group that's cemented unless you get a veteran off some waivers or something like that. And you just kind of pay attention to the group that you have, and you're appreciative of it.
You guys are going to have at least one addition of Monroe going forward. Like at this point in the season, not a lot of games left. What is the process adding somebody new in this late?
I think I have a better answer you after. Yeah.
Kyrie, what are your thoughts on the trade deadline being before the All-Star break this season, and just how could that maybe affect assimilating players into a team, and not necessarily yours, but just in general over the NBA?
League rules, so kind of just stay out of it in terms of when the trade deadline is, or if it's moved up and stuff like that. Probably can answer part of your question with this one now. I just think that integrating somebody in the group and as best you can, and just get them as comfortable as you would like them to be, and as they would like to be, because as professionals, the first thing that some individuals try to do when they come to the teams is fit in, and sometimes that's not best for the group. Some guys are meant to shine and really be out there kind of being themselves, and then other guys have to necessarily adjust to the group in terms of what we have going on, and that's best for us. I think that when teams add a piece, I think that it's more of a positive note that we see something in you and we want to kind of assimilate you in a group. And as professionals, we just have to be professional about going about it, and kind of making them feel comfortable as best we can.
Do you think it maybe simplifies the process, though, that if any player gets traded, they're going to have that entire All-Star break to kind of be around the franchise, work with the coaches?
Oh, I'm telling you right now, it's probably a little different for that statement, because All-Star break, everyone's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
unless you're a rookie, or you're staying around getting more work in. So it's tough, but you get to be around the coaching staff and everyone else. But usually, first kind of few days of All-Star break, everyone's gone, and it's much needed. But I think that you just try to integrate people as best you can with the time allotted.
A lot of teams are trying to obviously make moves, thinking ahead to their future. How is it different for you guys, you think, knowing that Gordon's here? It's like a big piece that's within this roster that will be here, presumably at the start of next season.
Perfect world, man. Gordon be playing right now. I think about the lineups, all the time. I know I play the what ifs, and it's not necessarily positive, but I play the what ifs because I know how talented Gordon is and what he would bring to the table, and and how much pressure he would relieve with me and also other guys on this team. So I think that we're it's kind of like having an ace in the back pocket that you can't necessarily use right now with Gordon being out, but we want him to get as healthy as possible, and that's where we stand with that, and where I stand with that too.
When you think about the line for Gordon, what are the possibilities you think you unlocks for him?
I just think about just big lineups, man. I probably jump to the gun in terms of big lineups for me at the point guard, but me, G, JT, JB, and Al, and then you got, or it could be me, Terry, Gordon, JT, Mook, or something like it. Just you have so many options to play with, and you could fill in as many other players as you want. It's just when you have someone that's able to come off the ball, dribble, create opportunities for everyone else, and also defensive-minded. I mean, it makes the game that much easier.
Kyrie, Duke UNC tonight. When you were at Duke, you didn't get a chance to play in that rivalry because of your injury. How tough was that for you?
It was definitely tough, man. I didn't get to play in any ACC games, so what could have been? What could have been?
Kyrie, Washington's 5-1 since John Wall's been out. Just what do you think they've done to stay afloat the last couple weeks?
I think that kind of similar to us when, talent presents opportunity and, their primary ball handler, creating opportunities, getting downhill, playing on defensive end and ultimately keeping their pace at an optimum level. When he goes down, then, you have to plug other guys, and I think they're doing a great job of taking that opportunity of being able to, do other things that they're not necessarily afforded when John's out there, because, John, he kind of makes him go, and he helps him go as well with all the other guys. But now it's, Brad's primary ball handler, coming off majority of the pick and rolls, and, Otto's just playing with a freedom. Marquise playing with a freedom. I think he's averaging, 20 over his last 5 games or 6 games, something like that. So you just pay attention to guys just taking advantage of the opportunity that, what they're afforded out there.